Now, in this recording today, for this session, we are going to learn to chant the Sanskrit alphabet. Now, if you have no reference point for doing that, you may think, why would that be a practice? But in yoga and hatha yoga and in Sri Vidya, the Sanskrit alphabet is a practice of its own. It's often considered to be a support practice and can be taken on for a lot of different reasons. One reason could be that you're trying to refine how you pronounce Sanskrit. It's a brilliant reason to do it. Another reason could be to cleanse the subtle body. It's just a general statement, but the Sanskrit alphabet does do that. Another reason could be connecting to the chakras, as it is said that the Sanskrit alphabet exists in our chakras, in the subtle body, that it rests on the petals. But today we're going to learn it for the sake of learning it, and then I'll tell you how to practice if you want to practice it. Now, it's much like learning any other language. You have to have a lot of patience with yourself, and the skill comes in time. So don't expect yourself to be an expert at it right away. Don't expect yourself to be perfect. And just enjoy experiencing it, learning how to speak differently. This is one of the keys, that Sanskrit's very, very particular with how we use the mouth to communicate. And we'll go over that. You're more than welcome to print out the sheet if you would like to. And we will have it up on the screen. It will be a bit small when it's up until we start to break it down. Another one of the benefits of chanting Sanskrit is that it is vibrational. There aren't very many vibrational languages left that hold relevance in our societies. Hebrew is one of them. Because it is vibrational, it attunes our awareness on a much deeper level. And this is a necessity in the world we live in today, to move deeper and deeper inward as we're constantly projecting outward. And in this way, the Sanskrit alphabet can be chanted to support our energetic body, to support this desire and experience of wanting to elevate consciousness. And just to give us more energy in general, the mental and physical exhaustion, the emotional exhaustion, the psychological exhaustion that comes with living, to have something that you can do that's very simple and can provide so much support. So if you have your sheet, you can pull it up. You can also pull it up on your computer or your phone as you listen to me guide you through it. We're going to take our time learning it. I'm going to have you look at the whole of it first, and then we'll go into sections, learning how to pronounce. And then we'll come back around and chant it forward and backward. This is the way that we do the Sanskrit alphabet. You chant it forwards and backwards, and you always end going forward. So get yourself set up. I'll give you a moment to settle in. Even though we're learning to gather our thoughts and allow ourselves to be present here, we'll take a few moments of silence and breath. So this is the total of the Sanskrit alphabet. You can see that there are vowels, there are consonants, there are semivowels, and there are sibilants and pure aspirates. The special compound consonants at the bottom we don't actually use in the practice of chanting the Sanskrit alphabet. They are, of course, relevant to Sanskrit itself, but they're not relevant to our purposes today. So, the vowels, there are 16 of them. They are said to be the feminine quality of consciousness descending. And as you can see, the first 6 are a vowel and then an extension. Next to it is the same vowel but with a line above it. When you see that line above it, it adds extension to the sound. The 4 in the right corner of the vowels are pronounced in a way that rolls the tongue. Now, if you're like me and that's always been a challenge for you, you can find a way and we'll find a way to communicate them. The last 6 are pretty simple. You'll see at the end, the AH has a dot underneath the H. And that means that there's a ha at the end of it. Okay? There's an extra A extending from that H. That's typical in Sanskrit in general, that if an H ends with a dot beneath it, there's an A after it. After the vowels come the consonants. And the consonants are separated into 5 categories: guttural, palatal, cerebral, dental, and labial. Guttural implies that the vibration comes from the throat, so that's where you'll feel it the most. Palatal implies that the vibration comes from the roof, the very, very soft part of the palate. Cerebral actually implies that you bring your tongue right in front of where the soft palate is in order to pronounce those letters. Dental means that it comes from the teeth. Labial means that it comes from the mouth, the lips. Now if you look at the cerebral, there's a dot beneath the first letter of each word, of each letter. First letter in each syllable. And that always references that you bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Now that becomes important as we work our way down. In the semivowels, very simple pronunciation, but in the sibilants and aspirates, you'll see the first 3 are some form of sa. The first is sha. The second also says sha, but the dot under the S is there, so that means it's cerebral. We bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And then saha. So as we work with this, we're going to take it in stages, and I don't want you to be overwhelmed, okay? Eventually it becomes really easy. The challenging part tends to be going backwards, because of course that alters the way the brain thinks, but that's also part of the practice of the Sanskrit alphabet, so that it gets the brain to start to function in both sides evenly. It starts to bring a very, very precise level of presence. So we're going to start in a moment with the vowels. And what I'd like you to do is let go of the expectation that you're going to be perfect at this. We're going to take our time, and then like every other mantra, it becomes fluid at some point. This becomes easier as we drop the weight of perfection, though. And remember, too, that Sanskrit is literally rewiring your brain. So the way that we usually think in terms of speech, all of this, it's going to come up. There's going to be emotions around it, you might get frustrated, so on and so forth. Just know that it's all part of the process and it's okay. Let's take a moment to sit up tall and take a few deep breaths once again. And now we'll start with the vowels. So the first letter, I'll chant them all, then we'll go over it. Ah, ah, e, u, ret, re, let, li. A, I, O, ow, aha. So those first 6, the second letter is an extension, and that's something you want to pay particular attention to once we chant the whole thing together. The 4 in the corner there, the R's and the L's are extended. You bring the tongue to the roof of your mouth. You see the dot underneath them, right? That indicates they're cerebral. So you bring the tongue to the roof. For the R's, it's ret, re. For the L's, it's let, li. And then A is E, I is A-I, O is O, ow, A-U, A-M, aha. Okay? So let's try it together. Let's try chanting it all together. Ah, ah, e, u, ret, re, let, li. A, I, O, ow, aha. Let's try it again. Ah, ah, e, u, ret, re, let, li. A, I, O, ow, aha. Let's try it again. Ah, ah, e, u, ret, re, let, li. A, I, O, ow, aha. Good. Not too difficult. Okay. With this, the precision of the tongue only comes up in a certain few recitations, and those in the corner on the right. They're a challenging letter to pronounce, so don't be too overwhelmed by it. It's hard for everyone. Again, if you can roll your tongue, you've got it. You know what to do. You roll the tongue. Ret, re, let, li. If you're like me and that's more of a challenge, you just sort of fake it till you make it. Okay? Let's try it one more time before we move into the realm of the consonants. A, e, u, ret, re, let, li. A, I, O, ow, aha. Good. Now at some point we're going to go backwards, so let's just give that one try here, reading them from aha to ah. Aha, ow, o, I, a. Li, ret, re, ret. U, e, ah. That bears its own challenge with the extended vowels, because you have to let the first one be extended and the second shortened, and that's something to pay attention to, especially once we go forward and backwards with the whole Sanskrit alphabet. Just pay close attention to being really precise about those points. Okay. So that's a good little introduction to the vowels. The 16 vowels that are said to be the divine feminine. And now we'll work into the divine masculine, the consonants. So there's the guttural, the palatal, the cerebral, the dental, and the labial. Now again, the secondary of each pairing here is extended. So with the guttural, it's ka, kaha, ga, gaha, na. So you'd almost sigh with the second. The palatal is cha, cha, ja, jaha, nya. Now the nya comes from the line that's above the N. It's very similar to Spanish actually. If you think of the word guiana, it's nya. Okay? Now cerebral, the dot under the first letter always implies tongue to roof of mouth. Ta, ta, da, daha, na. Dental just means the teeth are involved. Ta, ta, da, dha, na. Labial, it's the lips. Pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. So the secondaries are always sighing. Okay? Let's go through them again. Guttural. Ka, ka, ga, gha, na. Cha, cha, ja, jha, nya. Ta, ta, da, dha, na. Ta, ta, da, dha, na. Pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. Good. Let's try them one more time forward, and then we'll try them backward. So guttural. Ka, ka, ga, gha, na. Palatal. Cha, cha, ja, jha, nya. Cerebral, tongue to roof of mouth. Ta, ta, ga, gha, na. Dental. Ta, ta, da, dha, na. Labial. Pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. Good. Now let's try going backwards, starting with ma. Remember that first now is going to be longer and the second will be shorter. Ma, bha, ba, pa, pa. Na, dha, da, ta, ta. Cerebral. Na, dha, da, ta, ta. Palatal. Nya, jha, ja, cha, cha. Guttural. Na, gha, ga, kaha, ka. Good. The 25 consonants. You can see how even with the cerebral and the dental, they're so similar, and yet if you look at the Devanagari, if you look at the caricature, it's very, very different from one another. And in this way, it's one of the precisions of Sanskrit that just upon looking at the English characters in a word, you might think the two words are pronounced very similarly, but when you actually look at the Devanagari, it's very, very specific and very, very different. So you've got the forwards and you've got the backwards. It's about taking your time too, like any other language we're learning. You probably start to recognize some of your favorite Sanskrit terms. And so in a moment we're going to work in the sibilants and pure aspirates and the semivowels. The Sanskrit alphabet also has a rhythm to it, much like the English alphabet when you sing it. And so that'll come out as well. For now, it's just the learning phase. Getting accustomed to it. Again, no ideas of perfection here. So now let's look into the semivowels and the sibilants and pure aspirates. So the semivowels are ya, ra, la, va. Now next to va it says wa, and that's a way of implementing, of expressing that those two words are the same. Okay? They're held the same. We see this a lot with swaha, which is often at the end of mantras. Sometimes it's swaha. And you're more than welcome to make them interchangeable. This is a way of designating that they are interchangeable, that you could switch them out if you'd like. So ya, ra, la, va. Now the sibilants in pure aspirate get a little tricky, because the first three look very similar. Now the first one is sha, sha, okay. The second has a dot under the first S, so we know that it's cerebral. So you pronounce it with the tongue at the roof of the mouth. Sha. So sha, sha, and then sa, no H, sa, ha. So together, the semivowels and sibilants in pure aspirate. Ya, ra, la, va. Sha, sha, saha. It's sung very beautifully in the song. Ya, ra, la, va. Sha, sha, saha. Let's try it backwards. Ha, sa, sha, sha, la, la, ya. Perfect. And you see the special compound consonants. Those go beyond the realm of the first 6 chakras. Remember at the beginning I said that the Sanskrit alphabet is said to have been downloaded into our chakras. And different syllables, different letters in the Sanskrit alphabet are on different chakras. The special compound consonants go beyond the first 6, so they go beyond what's between Muladhara and Agnya chakra, what's between the perineal floor and the third eye. And for the sake of the Sanskrit alphabet, we're trying to contain the pranas in the body as a practice itself, so we stay in the body. Okay? Let's do a couple more rounds of pronouncing the semivowels and the sibilants in pure aspirate. Ya, ra, la, va. Sha, sha, saha. Ya, ra, la, va. Sha, sha, saha. Ya, ra, la, va. Sha, sha, saha. Let's do it backwards. Ha, sa, sha, sha, va, la, ra, ya. Ha, sa, sha, sha, va, la, ra, ya. Ha, sa, sha, sha, va, la, ra, ya. Good. So now we are going to work on chanting the entire Sanskrit alphabet. We're going to start in the beginning working forward, okay? And we'll do a few rounds of all of it forward. And then we'll do forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. My goal is about 10 recitations forward and back, okay? So forward and back being 1. And then you always end this practice with a forward round, okay? So a 10 and a half, basically. Now you can do as many as you'd like in practice. I would say a minimum of probably 10 times. I would say a minimum. Just because it takes about that long to really get into the rhythm of it, to get the precision of it, and to connect to the vibration of it. And then, of course, you could always do 108 recitations if you wanted to. You could find a number that resonates and works with you, whatever makes sense to you. So let's do a few rounds of the Sanskrit alphabet forward, all together. Vowels, consonants, semivowels, and sibilants and pure aspirate. A, I, U, ret, re, let, li. A, I, O, ow, aha. Ka, kha, ga, gha, na. Cha, cha, ja, cha, nya. Ka, kha, da, dha, na. Ta, ta, da, dha, na. Pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. Ya, ra, lava. Sha, sha, saha. So what are we remembering? We're remembering that the cerebral has the tongue to the roof of the mouth. We're remembering that the second of the pair always has that extension. The second of the pair, even though the vowels and consonants are considered feminine and masculine, the second of the pair is always the feminine of the pair. It's always the Shakti that carries out, that lengthens the consciousness of the first. Okay? So these are the things we're remembering. Let's go through it again. A, I, U, ret, re, let, li. A, I, O, ow, aha. Ka, kha, ga, gha, na. Cha, cha, ja, jha, nya. Ka, dha, da, dha, na. Ta, ta, da, dha, na. Pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. Ya, ra, lava. Sha, sha, saha. Good. Let's do a few more rounds. Let's say 3 more forward, and then we'll start to work forward and back. A, I, U, ret, re, let, li. A, I, O, ow, aha. Ka, kha, ga, gha, na. Cha, cha, ja, jha, nya. Ta, ta, da, dha, na. Ta, ta, da, dha, na. Pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. Ya, ra, lava. Sha, sha, saha. A, I, U, ret, re, let, li. A, I, O, ow, aha. Ka, kha, ga, gha, na. Cha, cha, ja, jha, nya. Ta, ta, da, dha, na. Ta, ta, da, dha, na. Pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. Ya, ra, lava. Sha, sha, saha. Okay. Now we are going to work at going forward and backwards. We're going to try to do it 10 times. I may pause us just to connect again to make sure we're following through with the subtlety. You want to be careful going backwards because what's going to happen is that where you used to have a short syllable, you're going to have the extended one. So just pay attention and take your time. Okay? a, a, e, u, u, ret, re, let, li, a, I, o, ow, aha, ka, kha, ga, gha, na, cha, cha, ja, jha, nya, ka, kha, da, dha, na, ta, ta, da, dha, na, pa, pha, ba, bha, ma, ya, ra, la, va, sha, sha, sa, ha, ha, sa, sha, sha, la, la, ra, ya, ma, baha, ba, ha, pa, na, dha, da, tha, ta, na, dha, da, tha, ta, nya, jha, ja, cha, cha, na, gha, ga, kha, ka, aha, ow, o, I, a, li, rit, re, rit, u, e, Good job. Helps me going backwards and forwards to just know that that first syllable, the shortened one, is just one count. Okay? You may feel the urge to extend it, but stop yourself. It's just meant to be one count. Okay? Let's do our second round. A, e, u, ret, re, let, li, a, I, o, ow, aha, ka, kha, ga, gha, na, cha, cha, ja, jha, nya, ka, kha, da, dha, na, ta, ta, da, dha, na, pa, pha, ba, bha, ma, ya, ra, la, va, sha, sha, sa, ha, ha, sa, sha, sha, va, la, ra, ya, ma, bha, ba, pha, pa, na, dha, da, tha, ta, na, dha, da, tha, ta, nya, jha, ja, cha, cha, na, gha, ga, kha, ka, aha, ow, o, I, a, re, lit, re, rit, u, e, Good, it's your second round. Very well done. Let's keep it going. Okay. For now, I'm just going to roll with it. Okay. You can stop and pause as you need to. And I'm just going to run through another 8 forward and backward rounds. Okay. You can always pause the tape if you need to. Your choice. A, e, u, ret, re, let, li, a, I, o, ow, aha, ka, kha, ga, gha, na, cha, cha, ja, jha, nya, ka, kha, da, dha, na, ta, ta, da, daha, na. Pa, paha, ba, baha, ma. Yara, lava. Sha, shra, saha. Hasa, shra, sha. Valaraya. Ma, baha, ba, paha, pa. Na, daha, da, taha, ta. Na, daha, da, taha, ta. Nya, jaha, ja, chaha, cha. Na, gaha, ga, kaha, ka. Aha, ow, o, I, a. Ri, 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 u, i, a, i, u, ret, re, let, li. A, I, O, ow, aha. Ka, kaha, ga, gaha, na. Cha, chaha, ja, jaha, nya. Ta, taha, da, daha, na. Ta, taha, da, daha, na. Pa, paha, ba, baha, ma. Yara, lava. Sha, shra, saha. Hasa, shra, sha. Valaraya. Ma, baha, ba, paha, pa. Na, daha, da, taha, ta. Na, daha, da, taha, ta. Nya, jaha, ja, chaha, cha. Na, gaha, ga, kaha, ka. Aha, ow, o, I, a. Ri, 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 u, i, a, i, u, ret, re, let, li. A, I, O, ow, aha. Ka, kaha, ga, gaha, na. Cha, chaha, ja, jaha, nya. Ta, taha, da, daha, na. Ta, taha, da, daha, na. Pa, paha, ba, baha, ma. Yara, lava. Sha, shra, saha. Hasa, shra, sha. Valaraya. Ma, baha, ba, paha, pa. Na, daha, da, taha, ta. Na, daha, da, taha, ta. Nya, jaha, ja, chaha, cha. Na, gaha, ga, kaha, ka. Aha, ow, o, I, a. Ri, 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 u, i, a, i, u, ret, kha, kha, ga, gha, na, cha, cha, ja, jaha, nya, tha, tha, da, daha, na, ta, taha, da, daha, na, pa, paha, ba, baha, ma, yara, lava, sha, shra, saha, ha, sa, shra, sha, valaraya, ma, baha, ba, paha, pa, na, daha, da, taha, ta, na, daha, da, daha, ta, nya, jaha, ja, chaha, cha, na, gaha, ga, kaha, ka, aha, ow, o, I, ri, 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 u, i, a, i, u, ret, re, let, li, a, I, o, aha, ka, kaha, ga, gaha, na, cha, chaha, ja, jaha, nya, tha, taha, da, daha, na, ta, taha, da, daha, na, pa, paha, ba, baha, ma, yara, lava, sha, shra, saha, ha, sa, shra, sha, valaraya, ma, baha, ba, paha, pa, na, daha, da, taha, ta, na, daha, da, daha, ta, nya, jaha, ja, chaha, cha, na, gaha, ga, kaha, ka, aha, ow, o, I, ri, ri, u, i, a, i, u, ret, re, let, li, a, I, o, aha, ka, kaha, ga, gaha, na, cha, chaha, ja, jaha, nya, tha, taha, da, daha, na, ta, taha, da, daha, na, pa, paha, ba, baha, ma, yara, lava, sha, shra, saha, ha, sa, shra, sha, valaraya, ma, baha, ba, paha, pa, na, daha, da, taha, ta, na, daha, da, daha, ta, nya, jaha, ja, chaha, cha, na, gaha, ga, kaha, ka, aha, ow, o, I, ri, ri, ret, re, let, li. A, I, O, ow, aha. Ka, kaha, ga, gaha, na. Cha, chaha, ja, jaha, nya. Ta, taha, da, daha, na. Ta, taha, da, daha, na. Pa, paha, ba, baha, ma. Yara, lava. Sha, sha, saha. Ha, sa, sha, sha. Valaraya. Ma, baha, ba, paha, pa. Na, daha, da, taha, ta. Na, daha, da, taha, ta. Nya, jaha, ja, chaha, cha. Na, gaha, ga, kaha, ka. Aha, ow, o, I, a. Li, rit, ri, rit. U, I, a, a. A, I, u. Ret, re, let, li. A, I, O, ow, aha. Ka, kaha, ga, gaha, na. Cha, chaha, ja, jaha, nya. Ta, taha, da, daha, na. Ta, taha, da, daha, na. Pa, paha, ba, baha, ma. Yara, lava. Sha, sha, saha. Ha, sa, sha, sha. Valaraya. Ma, baha, ba, paha, pa. Na, daha, da, taha, ta. Na, daha, da, taha, ta. Nya, jaha, ja, chaha, cha. Na, gaha, ga, kaha, ka. Aha, ow, o, I, a. Li, rit, ri, rit. U, I, a. Now we finish the last round going forward. A, I, u. Ret, re, let, li. A, I, O, ow, aha. Ka, kaha, ga, gaha, na. Cha, chaha, ja, jaha, nya. Ta, taha, da, daha, na. Ta, taha, da, daha, na. Pa, paha, ba, baha, ma. Yara, lava. Sha, sha, saha. So now you've done a relatively full practice of the Sanskrit alphabet. Just feel how you feel. You probably feel warm. That's a common experience. Feel the quality of your breath. This practice can be done as a support practice to any sadhana. There's no contraindication. You can do it just as you would brushing your teeth. You can do it every day. You can do it in fragments where you start working with the forward and then eventually do both. Finding a committed time once you can do forward and backward. You can also work up to doing 108 recitations a day. On average, it takes about a minute to go forward and about a minute to go backward. So it could be a lot of time to do all of it. You don't have to do them all in sequence with each other. So you're more than welcome to, if you're going to take 108 practice, to do it at different points in the day. You're welcome to just utilize it as a tool for building your Sanskrit. You have the alphabet now. So you can look at the words and different mantras differently. You can become a little bit more curious about this mantra practice, about Sanskrit. It might be nice after the practice to lie down, so if you'd like to, you can come into Shavasana and just settle into feeling the vibration in your body. What a unique and fortunate thing to be able to feel this level of vibration, all from chanting an alphabet. And how fortunate we are that this language has sustained. It only sustains through our practice of it. Notice the fluid nature of your breath. Notice how it has a pattern to it as well. Taking a few more deep breaths wherever you are. If you're lying down, taking the time to roll to your right side. And finding your way up to sit. And taking a few more deep breaths here. And bringing your hands to your heart. Om Shanti. Namaste.